Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Hodges, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about geography. Remember, geography is the study of the physical features of the earth. So we're going to look a little more closely today at a few more of our vocabulary words, and I'm going to show you how to use Maps 101 through My Katie Cloud. So the words that we're going to be looking at carefully today are physical features, landforms, legend, and compass rose. So sometimes I get physical features and landforms a little bit mixed up. One way you could remember the difference is landforms has the word land in it. So it is something that is on the solid surface of the earth. So a feature like a mountain, a hill, a valley. Physical features are man-made or naturally created features of the earth. So that would also include oceans and rivers, as well as mountains and hills and valleys. So that's a good way to remember the difference between the two. We're also going to take a look at legend, which is a list of symbols on a map or chart that explains what they mean, which is super helpful. And then compass rose, which is a figure that displays the cardinal directions and their intermediate points. And we'll see one of those on a map today, and I'll explain what that is. Okay, so let's go to My Katie Cloud, and in the search button, you'll type in Maps 101, or just the word maps. It looks like it worked for maps. So this tab will open up for you, and you're going to see username and password. So you'll want to type in Katie ISD, Katie ISD, no capital letters, and hit login. This takes you to a really neat site with a ton of different maps that you can explore. I do not want to save my password. That would not be safe. So we're going to take a look at first, let's see, the first map we want to look at is going to be through National Geographic. And I'm going to go to National Geographic Maps. And I want to show you the world landforms. This one is really cool, and I thought since we're talking about landforms, it would be the perfect map for us to look at. So do you see the button that says zoom? It's green. I'm going to click on that so we can zoom in and really look carefully at some of the landforms. So this map is like a globe that's been cut and like opened up so we can see it flat like a map. So that's why it looks a little funny. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit because, oh, isn't this neat? And I can just use my mouse to drag. I want to show you right here the legend of this map. So it says major landform types, and look, there's a color next to a word. So it looks like a purple color is going to be our symbol for mountains. Kind of a light color, it looks like a light blue, widely spaced mountains. Orange is high plateaus, green is hills and low plateaus. The brownish color are depressions, yellow is plains, and look at the white color, ice sheets. Oh my goodness. So we can explore this map and look for all of these major landform types. And we'll understand and we'll know because we looked at the legend. So remember that legend gives us an idea of what the colors on a map mean, what a symbol on the map might mean. So now we understand as we're looking at it. So I want to look at the United States. So look right here at the United States. I see a lot of mountains. The Rocky Mountains really stand out to me, and the Appalachian Mountains. I see something that's orange. It says Colorado Plateau. So I look back at my legend. Yes, high plateaus are orange. A lot of North America is kind of that yellow color. Plains. And that's where we live, in the coastal plains. Actually, I think it's called the Gulf Coast Plains where we live in Katy, Texas. That is really neat. Look up here, there's the white. Do you see the white up at the top for Greenland? That is ice sheets. Wow. This is fascinating. Let's take a look at another map. So on this map, we noticed the legend, right? And some landforms, some different landforms that we could see. Also, I guess we can really see too some physical features, right? As the oceans as well as the landforms. Let's take a look at a different type of physical map. So here we're going to go to Map Collections. And I want to look at a physical map. And let's go to United States so we can look specifically at the Texas map. Texas Physical Geography. Okay, so when I look at this map, I notice there's not a legend here, but I do see a compass rose. Do you see right here in the bottom left-hand corner? It looks like a star, like a really fancy star, and there's an N at the top. That N stands for north. There's not the other directions listed here, but if I know where north is, I know the opposite of north is south. And then I know on the right side is where east is, and the opposite of east is west. So you'll notice that there are other points to this star, like there's 4 and then 4 that go another way. So those are the intermediate points of direction. So you'll have between north and east, you'll have northeast. Between south and east, you have southeast. Between south and west, you have southwest, and between north and west, you have northwest. So that is the compass rose. So you could say, you know, Oklahoma is north of Texas, and you could say that Arkansas is northeast of Texas. You could use your compass rose to talk about different directions and places that are on the map. So another thing that we want to talk about is where we live on this map. It is so neat to see. I can see Houston right here, and we are in the Gulf Coastal Plain. Wow, that's really neat. There's the Great Plains, and I see Central Lowland and the Basin and Range region. That kind of sounds like maybe a mountainous area. I wish there was a legend on this map. If there was a legend, we could see maybe what the green stands for and what the yellow and the orangish color stand for. I think that they could make this map a little bit better by giving us that legend. But since we had already looked at that other map, we can look at this map and kind of see that those different colors stand for different things. Okay, so we talked about legend, we talked about compass rose, we talked about landforms and physical features. You learned how to get to Maps 101 through My Katie Cloud. So boys and girls, you're going to have an opportunity really today and tomorrow to explore some different maps. See what you notice about the maps that you explore. Can you find a map that has a legend and a compass rose? Can you see the different types of maps and where we are in Katy, Texas on these particular maps? I hope that you have a fun time exploring and learning a little bit more about the geography of Texas and the United States.